This game's so beautiful, isn't it, guys? Like, oh, I just love the way this game looks. And here's our new Borsig. Isn't this sweet? Right guys, hello and welcome back to the second episode of Transport Fever 2 with me, Spacefish. I've got to admit, a little issue. I had a little whoopsie happen, and sadly, the last episode kind of got lost in the nirvana of Audacity, so I am slightly missing the audio from that episode, and thus can't really upload it to you guys, unfortunately. Which means that we are pretty much going to continue with the second mission of the first campaign. I'm really sorry for that obviously happening, but there's not really much I can do about it anymore at this point. I had messed up quite a bit, I have to admit, so in some sort of way I'm kind of glad you guys did not have to see me doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, like, unfortunately there's not really much I can do about it. That episode is lost, so we're going to continue here, back with the first campaign, but with this mission. Java.
Tropical jewel in the midst of the Indian Ocean, conscientiously administrated by meticulous Dutch bureaucracy. The year is 1870, and the colony is undergoing a transformation. Recently, individuals have been allowed to lease farmland and manage plantations. The fertile land offers ideal conditions for exporting a multitude of colonial goods. Off on the way to an exotic experience.
Awesome. So we're going for Java in this mission, which I actually really like. I've not really seen much of any Asian countries in most... Well, definitely not in railroads back then, and I don't think in much of any transport games that I remember, so that's really nice. It's definitely a new touch for me. So let's go and head to Java. As always, I'm going to place a quick cut right here, guys, while we are on the loading screen, and then I'll be right back with you.
The Dutch East Indies. Surely the most exemplary colonial empire under the sun. With luscious fruits and cheap labor in abundance. You act on behalf of the colonial administration. A gifted talent in the art of engineering, you have been appointed to modernize the local transport sector. Complete this task to the satisfaction of the Crown. If you do, even the post as governor might be in store for you.
Ooh, that's actually pretty nice. Right, so, welcome back. As you guys can see,
transport is a much sought-after service on a scarcely civilized island. Eating draft animals, such as oxen, is punishable by law. That's why the colonial administration has commissioned you to build a railroad so that the plantation business prospers. The delicious coffee is supposed to be transported from the fertile hinterlands to the facility near town for processing. Anyone set on building wisely and cheaply avoids unnecessary slopes. Perform the necessary surveying work.
Okay. Yeah, well, so you were like a bit more limited on money, but still 50 mil is a lot of money, to be honest. Activate the contoured lines. Okay, so I think this we can find up here as well. Yep. Perfect.
Build a route from a thriving plantation across treacherous terrain to the processing factory where the coffee fruit is husked.
Yeah, so this is pretty much what I was talking about, right? With the terrain differences. Like, obviously building across something like this is way more expensive than just building on flat terrain, so you always want to find the ideal routes in that way. So it may sort of be cheaper to just build around this whole huge mountain instead of going straight through. So that's always stuff you want to kind of try out. Now we want to build a cargo station and complete the tracks coffee plantation. Okay, let's turn this off again for a second. Okay, so we've tracks back here, and apparently there's a cargo station there as well. So first thing we want is a building. We want buses, no? Passenger station. Okay. Oh, I see. So there's like not only terminus stations right now, which is the new thing pretty much. So We want a cargo terminus station though, because this is kind of like not going anywhere anyways. We're moving this around. What I did find out last episode, guys, is how to properly like move stuff. So you want to hit shift, and then when you hit N and M, it's obviously way more granular than this, right? So that's the way to like properly align stuff if you're like very meticulous about that matter like me. I guess we're gonna do it this way just because the way we're gonna have to connect the train tracks anyways. Now moving these up and down is pretty much achievable by clicking this arrow here, and then you can, well, sort of go up and down all you want pretty much. We're gonna cancel this now, and I am gonna try and see if I was gonna do this here. Well, yeah, this is expensive. This is 91k. This is pretty expensive, but you can see, or maybe you can't see. Yeah, actually, this is pretty decent. I think we're just gonna connect this directly because it's pretty cheap.
Depot is needed.
Depot. Highlighted area. Okay, so just somewhere over here. We are going to go to buildings. We're gonna build a train depot. Now, what I did kind of mess up last time was that the train depot did only connect in one direction, which kind of ended up being pretty bad for me. So, do want to kind of try and maybe make it go into like 2 ways. See if we can actually achieve that. It doesn't look like it. Okay. So, what we are going to do then, we're just going to connect the train depot like that.
Purchase a complete
We're going to have to live with
locomotive and freight cars.
So, oh, this is a factory anyway, so we need to go to the plantation first, so that's totally fine. Train with 4 freight cars, which can transport coffee fruit. So, buy vehicles. Oh, there's multiple trains now, sweet. So, well, on railroads, it was always this way that some trains were more optimized for passengers and some were more optimized for goods, which was always kind of connected to the combination of speed and power or traction. But here, well, this one is pretty much... There's also emissions, which I think does actually matter later into the game, but doesn't right now. But yeah. Obviously, this one is kind of better in every regard, so we're just gonna go get a Borsig. Not a Bavarian passenger car, even though these look really sweet. We are going to have to get a boxcar because the gondola is for something else. So, how many did you say? 4. Okay, sweet. One more, and there we go. There's our new train.
The coffee fruit can now be brought from the plantations on its way to further processing.
So, we're gonna pick new line. Gonna pick this place first. Then we're gonna go to this place and well, coffee line. Sweet. So we're gonna do just like that. Then we're gonna close this and we're gonna open this. We're gonna pick the train and we're gonna assign it to the coffee line. Awesome stuff. Now we need to actually start playing. Let's see, here comes our little train. This game's so beautiful, isn't it, guys? Like, oh, I just love the way this game looks. And here's our new Borsig. Isn't this sweet? The train's actually a bit loud when I'm really close to it, so sorry if you guys can't hear me perfectly. But I mean, who doesn't love the sound of a good old steam train? It's just, who wants to hear me speak when that thing chews around the place anyways, right? So here's our coffee, just being conveniently stored in crates for us. I should actually change this line now, because that was obviously something I forgot last time. So here on this button, I can click that one and say full load. So now the train is going to wait until it gets fully loaded by this, with all the goods that are lying around there. Now, what I really don't understand... Oh, no, I do understand this. I think this is going to be playing a role later. Guys, this is pretty much just an add-on rail track where the trains can get past each other. It's probably we're gonna get stuff from down here or something. Yeah. I can already see like this plantation produces sugarcane, and this little town wants sugarcane, so that's probably gonna be the way that it is. Now let me speed this up a little bit, and I still wonder how I can actually get into this camera, like. Oh, that's not the way. That's not the way either. But there is a way to just go with a train, pretty much. I just can't figure it out right now, sadly. But yeah, here's our coffee plantation. There's a lot of coffee already lying around on this terminal, so I'm pretty hopeful we're going to be able to fill this train right up. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah. It's like way more than enough. And there it goes again. So we are gonna have to wait till this train delivers to the factory. So well, we could probably just watch this little train go for a while, can't we? I mean, this works. Choo-choo. Here comes the coffee train. Like, this is just so beautiful in my opinion. Like, just look at this. Just the way the sky looks, all the trees and all the grass. I think, well, like back when this game company first started out, I think it was just very, oh, see, that's how you travel with the train, apparently.
It provides the local plantation leaseholders with truly valuable services.
Nice.
Still fresh from the fields, the fruit quickly reaches the factory. From there, the colony's delightful coffee must be brought to the warehouses and offices in the port for export.
These lamps are pretty modern, aren't they, for 1870?
The local laborers, no way. Too easygoing, too inefficient, too unreliable.
Okay.
Specially built stations are called for, so that the first-rate coffee makes it into town undamaged. If need be, stations that can be guarded against plundering hordes.
Okay, interesting. So, yeah, as I said, like, I think when this company first started out, it was just a very, very small game studio. And I'm not sure if they became that big of a team so far, but, like, I just love the way that everything in this game seems to be built with very much love and attention to detail. Like, I'm really actually properly where did I build the wrong one? I'm actually like very, very happy. With the way this game looks and feels. This seems to be what they wanted, wasn't it? Okay, no, maybe not. What's the issue here then? I'm kind of struggling to see what's the issue. Cargo platforms, yeah, sure. Like, you can also, like, as you just saw, you can modularly expand all this stuff, which is incredibly awesome. But I'm kind of like struggling to see what I'm missing here now. Truck stop in the highlighted areas at the factory and oh, yeah, that's always good to be able to read, right? So we need to build one here as well, and then we are going to be good to go. Also, you can always like build on top of buildings, and that kind of raises your costs, obviously. If I do it like this, I pay half the price because I only pay the remove the building through which the street goes. So we will do that.
Nothing stands in the way of speedy transportation to the local seaport anymore. Send the freight cars of coffee on their way.
Okay, routes. Allocate for... Okay, so I need to build like a garage as well, which is kind of another part of this. Coffee trucks. Well, it's still not trucks, but well, it's 1870. I'm pretty sure it's still not trucks. That line is done. Now what we will need, unless I'm missing something here, nope, we still need a truck depot. So let's build that real quick. Just somewhere on the outskirts, nothing, yeah, okay. Not right, like we really need to... Oh, we can really save up here. Oh, and they actually just built a new house there. So yeah, cities do actually develop by like the rate of goods you supply them with and public transport you offer and everything. That makes cities expand. It makes supplying factories with goods also makes factories expand. So there's really a lot of development going on, a lot of stuff going on in this game. Oh. This one's already available, so this is, well, it's for persons, obviously, but would be available, which is already a steam-powered vehicle, but we want this. European flatbed. Okay, so this is just how much what's the difference between these two? Flatbed, covered. Can transport the same types of goods. Same prices, same speed, everything's the same. Interesting. I think I'm gonna take these just because I want to see the coffee actually being transported, because I think in these covered ones you just don't see it being transported. So let's just take these, and let's take a few of them because that train transports a good bit more. At least 4. Okay, so yeah, that train transports a good bit more than the small cargo truck. This is the wrong thing to do. Then just, well, it's not a truck, it's still horses, but you get the point. So we're gonna allocate these to this line.
Itself in a laudable position by sending processed coffee into town. To experience considerable growth, its products have to reach a clientele with money to spend.
Okay, nice. So here's our new horse carriages, flatbeds, obviously, with these fancy lights. I mean, these actually look pretty funny. These actually look pretty funny, I think. That looks like just imagine seeing the front of this thing.
Lucas, the capable engineer on your locomotive, seems to have vanished from the face of the earth. Anywhere else for that.
Oh, God.
Time to find a stand-in. Right away. One of the natives be able to meet this difficult challenge?
So just imagine seeing this thing with the lights on, no driver on it, no horses on it, like at the middle of the night. This looks like, I think this would like look pretty spooky if you were to stumble upon that like somewhere in the swamps or something. Okay, so our duder has gone looking.
Show an interest in learning the decidedly noble profession as locomotive engineer.
Oh, okay.
For training
test track.
Meanwhile, certain signs are feeding horrible rumors about the indigenous tribes.
Oh God. So they ate him? Seriously? Oh God. Poor guy. Build a test track with 2 small stations. Where is my highlighted area though? Can you guys see it? I don't think I can. It's not here, is it? Because there's something different. Oh, it's here. Why? Okay. 2 small stations and a depot. Let's just, I don't know what we want. I guess we can just do non-terminus with like 80 meters, because like who needs to spend that much money, and then we will get it close to the track. So I forgot that I can do it this way. 1 and well, there's no street over here, so let's put it here maybe. Right, so this looks about right. Then we need a depot, which we're just gonna plunk down over here. Which way is the right way? Oh, this way around. Okay. So we're gonna plunk that down over here into the woods.
The correct way to drive the vehicle must be practiced first, so that potential passengers are not scared off right away. In the meantime, some hard-to-digest news reaches you. Your skilled worker is said to have fallen victim to a bloodthirsty tribe of cannibals.
God, that's actually pretty terrible. So I don't think this is what you have to do in your own game, right? Train people? I don't think that's actually usually a part. Buy a locomotive and have it driven along the test track for at least 1,500 meters. We're gonna just buy this cheap thing here, and no carts, because we're not asked for it, we don't need them anyways. Now we need a little route, which is going to be going from here to there. And I think 1,500 meters doesn't have to be all at once, right? It can just drive back and forth, I guess. So, test track, not test track, test track. Wow. Cool. And now we need to assign it to the line. Perfect. So, let's speed this up real quick while we are waiting for locomotive to drive around.
Thanks to your reliable deliveries,
Oh,
the factory is
sweet.
working far above par. Although it would certainly be capable of processing much more, virtually colossal capacities of coffee. You should weigh the idea of increasing the
So
transport
this is what we
volume,
need the tracks here
because
for.
coffee from the colony is a commodity in great demand in parlours and salons on the continent. One train isn't enough to adequately supply the factory with coffee fruit. A passing siding is needed so that a second train can use the
Okay.
line.
Well, that's just what I was thinking here. So, a passing siding. Let's build that then. Plonk.
The trains should wait for each other on the passing side. This requires placing signals.
Okay. Which way around? I guess it doesn't matter as long as it's opposing ways. So I guess this will be the way to the plantation, and this will be the way to the factory. Which makes sense, sort of, because like the left track is straight and the train will be loaded, so I'm not actually sure if the load
If the
impacts
plant
the
is
speed.
used to its fullest capacity, another complete train is needed.
But if it oh, we're actually done with the other one as well, so you can go like standard speed again. Can I like wait, get rid of that, so like if it is actually slow and loaded, like not try making a curve to wait for the other train would make all the sense in the world, I think. What I guess would make sense as well would be having a signal here too. Did I build it now, or apparently not? Am I not allowed to build it? Apparently not. Okay, so buy a second train, which is going to be another Borzik. We are going to buy 4 of these. Right, perfect. Buy that, take that, and assign it to the coffee line. Sweet.
Wherever coffee production thrives, business and prosperity flourish too. Thanks to the railroad, the port town of Surabaya has become a lively trading center for countless goods and services.
Alright guys, what's up? It's Spacefish here. So, as you guys can probably imagine, I have gone slightly overboard with the length of this session. I've actually ended up recording for like 50 minutes for this campaign, so it's a tad bit longer than the usual size of the episodes. So what I've decided to do, instead of actually uploading the thing as a whole, is I split it in 2 episodes. So we're going to call it here for this episode, and then you guys are going to see the rest of what happened on the beautiful island of Java in the next episode. So as always guys, if you enjoyed the video, please go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon as well if you want to be updated on all future episodes. If you like the video, go hit the like button too. And as always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.